D2DNY, Real World HVAC Simplified. And now in this video I'm going to be using my TESTO 557S for the first time. All right, very first time. Don't want to see my truck. It's messy. Okay, oh my god, this thing is filthy. But anyways, here it is. I'll be using this for the very first time. All right, so I'm doing a leak test, and I'm gonna be doing some evac, so stay tuned. Struggling with the camera, the tank, and testos. So just finishing up with these installs. I got this one here done. Right, this is the first floor. Second floor, it's a 5 tons, 60,000 BTUs. And so I'm gonna get this one pressure tested, and I'm going to evacuate it because I intend on starting this up today. All right, this one is for another day. This one serves the basement. So yeah, I'm super excited about this one because, wait for it, voila. Check these babies out. All right, NAVAC hoses. These are pretty cool, right? Pretty cool. Yo, NAVAC, if you're watching, all right, okay, if you're watching. But yo, I'm super excited about this. I've already modified these testos because I did not like the way how the sensors came. So these sensors, the wires was sticking out in a crazy loop, like it was mad wide. And I figure if I'm going to be clamping these on in a tight space, especially because I do commercial HVAC, in a commercial setting, commercial job site, these might get stuck on some screws or pipes or whatever and get ripped, and there goes my sensor. So that was a quick little modification I did. The zip tie, remove the little heat shrink that was around right here, remove that, and yeah, pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. I'm excited about this. I'm gonna be using the vacuum sensor today, and I don't know if I'm gonna be using the HAP. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm gonna be using the HAP. I'm just gonna use the manifold. The manifold. Here's the meat, guys. All right. So yeah, let's hook up and let's get into it. Okay, so all my hoses are connected. The first thing I don't like, besides the second thing actually I didn't like about these gauges, the TESTO 557S, is this dummy port. This dummy port right here, you can't even get your caps on that, just to hold your caps so you don't misplace them. Yeah, so that's kind of like pointless right there. TESTO, if you're watching, right, that's pointless. All right, what's the point of that? Can't do nothing with this dummy port right here. Is really dumb because there's nothing to do with it. All right, so that's the second thing I didn't like about it. It was the wire sticking out over here and the sensors, the temperature sensors, and this dummy port right here is useless. It's too close to the handle right here, too close. All right, so let's go ahead and power it up. So I think it's going to be looking for sensors. Yeah, so I think it's going to be looking for the sensors, but you don't need the sensors to do the leak test. So I'm gonna go ahead and Just hit OK right here. And I'm going to build some pressure into the system first before I start the leak testing mode. So I'm going to open my tank. That's opened. Alright. That's also broken as well, my regulators. It's not a big deal. And I like to, when I'm pressurizing my system, when I'm doing pressure test or pressurizing, I go from the high side, let it go around through the system and come back through the low side. So I'm going to open this right here. This is my charge port. Oh, wait a minute. I think I may be open already. You're cheating on me. Alright, so I'm going to open up my charge port. And I'm going to open up my high side. Let it go through. Go through the high side. Go inside, come back around through my metering device. And build up on my low side. So I know that I have no restrictions, even though I shouldn't have any restrictions because this is a brand new install. Brand new piping. Well, not brand new piping. I think I reused some of those. I reused some of those old pipe. Because this unit was actually feeding upstairs. So I reused some of that old piping from that unit. There's some of the insulation right there. Old insulation. Anyways, so it's coming around nice, as you can see. Alright, so I'm going to build this up to about 300 psi. And then I'm going to start my leak testing. Okay. Now if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And if you hadn't subscribed, subscribe. And smash that bell icon. So when I do videos like this, you get it right away. Okay, so we had about 331 psi. And so I'm gonna go ahead and so I close my valves off. But during the leak testing, I close this valve right here, which is my charge valve. Also, I like to close this little thing right here, or take this and put it on the dummy port. But you know, it's gonna be a struggle, as you can see. I have to use this one, or perhaps even this one here is a bit close. You know, Testos, come on, Testo, come on. This thing costs mad bread. You know what I'm saying? Come on. But yeah. What am I saying right now? Yeah. So I keep this one closed. Close that one as a consolation, or I'll put this hand on the dummy port, dummy port, and so pretty much, and then I'll leave these two open. Right? I think you're supposed to leave these open while you're doing the leak testing. All right. So I'm gonna open these. Already it's looking pretty good. I've been at 331 and steady. You know, it's not going anywhere. So I think it's solid already. But I'm just gonna do the leak test anyways. Press this button right here. All right. And then I'm gonna just select the mode, hit it again, and I'm gonna scroll down to pressure test, pressure leak test, and I'm gonna select that. Now it's looking for sensors. I don't know why. I don't think I need these sensors for leak testing. Perhaps it wants to note temperature change, because temperature change can affect nitrogen in the system. You know, if the temperature goes down a little bit, so the nitrogen is going to drop a few points. But I'm going to hit OK and ignore that. I'm just interested in pressures. All right, so there we are. Nice. Very nice, Testos. And I'm going to hit this button right here just to start. Can you see that? Again, if you like this video, go and subscribe, smash that bell icon. Okay, so I'm going to start right now, and you see the clock, the time. Okay, and you see here is my delta P. So if I lose any or if I gain any, this number will go either positive or negative. So if I lose, it's going to be minus, and if I gain, it's going to be, you know, in the plus. Obviously you won't see a plus sign next to the number, just going to be the number. and if I lose any pressures, if it's whether it's 0.1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it'll be a minus. So 32 seconds, 40 seconds into it, 40 seconds, 38 seconds, whatever. Yeah, looking solid, man. This thing is sweet. I love it. Should I pull out the app? I don't know. That's gonna be for another video. So I'm just gonna use the manifolds the way it is, because this is nice and big. The view is nice, is mad cool. So I'll leave it like that. So mind you, these are opened. Okay, this is closed, this is closed. All right, these are opened, fully opened. All right, so far looking good, baby. Check these lines out, man. It's gonna put some seal on it. We're gonna seal that up. Carpenter's gonna do that, by the way, not me. He's a carpenter on this job, and this was the electricians. They did that. Okay, obviously, know this was D to D. All right, yeah, I'm gonna come back in 10 minutes and see what we got. I'm gonna go grab my vacuum pump in the meantime, change my vacuum pump oil, and I'm gonna be using the vac sensor. Okay, stay tuned. Okay guys, 12 minutes. Delta P 0.4. That's solid. That's good. Not worried about 0.4 psi. Got my vacuum right here. Got the oil drained out. Gonna fill her up, and I'm gonna get the vacuum in. Now while I'm doing the vacuuming, all right, I'm gonna connect this to my phone and test out the range. So right now you can see that there's the Bluetooth, but there's nothing connected, because whenever the phone is connected to it, you'll see a little phone next to the Bluetooth. All right, so yeah, 0.3 psi. Yeah, I'm loving it. Getting my pump filled up. Always make sure your pump is sitting at a level surface. Alright, so here's the plan, guys. Oh, I gotta get my vacuum hose. So what I'm gonna do, because there's no extra port on the system for my vacuum sensor, what I'm gonna be doing, I'm removing the core from this here tool, and I'm gonna put my my TESTO vacuum sensor on this side right here, and then I'm going to attach my gauges up here on top of here, and that's the setup. It's gonna be dope. Stay tuned. All right, so I got my vacuum rig set up. All right, vacuum rig is set up. Just gotta attach the micron gauge, but first I want to sync it up. All right, I want to sync it up first. So just so you can see what's going on there. See that I got my vacuum hose. All right, go around into my, oh, so earlier in the video I said that this thing was dumb, but actually you can see that you can just swivel it. You can swivel it, right? You know, actually shame on me, because the 557 is the same thing. You can just twist it. This part you could twist. All right, so this is Dwight in the future. You know, once I figured it out, shame on me, because I should have known. Okay, the 557s, you're able to move it. So same thing. So you can just twist it away from the knobs, and you're good to go. But anyway, let's continue with my setup. I got a vacuum hose, vacuum port. And I'm going to attach my vacuum sensor right here once I sync it up, and that's it. All right, guys. So again, yo, if you like this video, subscribe. All right, I do upload videos on a weekly basis. All right, so let me get my sensor synced up, and I got my phone right here. I'm going to be using the app. Got my gloves off. Can't touch the screen with my gloves. Stay tuned. All right, so the first thing I want to do, I want to turn on the vacuum sensor, and I press the button. You see it's flashing amber. Let's just see if it's going to sync up right away. I think once it's connected, it should be green. Nothing yet. Let's go into the menu, and let's go down to Bluetooth. Press enter and that. Probe. Selection. Hit it again. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and reboot the gauges. Makes life easier. I think right there and then you're rebooted. While this is on, it should sync up right away. All right, let's wait for that and see what's going on with this testos. Okay, still nothing. All right, let me just reboot this. What's going on? What am I doing here wrong? Okay, let me figure this out. Okay, guys, so here's how it works. So you turn the sensor on. All right, it's flashing like so. You got to go into the modes, and you got to select evacuation mode right there. Press enter, and then okay, got to hit OK down here, and then there it is. All right, so you got to go into evacuation mode. All right, so this is the first time using this, so you know we're learning it together. You got to go in evacuation mode. I would say first you got to have your sensor turned on, then you got to go in evacuation mode, and then once you hit OK, it turns green. Okay, so apparently once you're in the micron settings or vacuum settings, all right, so you enter there, evacuation, enter again. You can set up some alarms here. Target 500 microns, maximum decay target. You can set up these parameters. I guess these are alarms. All right, but I'm gonna leave it as default. That's default. That's how I found it. That's what came out of the box. But you have to do it enter here with the vacuum sensor turned on before you get it to sync up a green light. Okay, so got the stem, the Schroeder stem core out of the valve right there. So it's straight through with this hose, and I'm going through. The Schroeder is still in here, the valve core is still in here. It's a small system, 7/8, 3/8, just the indoor unit. The valves are still closed from the factory with refrigerant in the condenser. All right, so let's turn on the app real quick. All right. Oh, wait a minute, it's right here. What am I doing? There it is. And the app, you can see this little phone icon next to the battery and the Bluetooth. So the phone, the app, it's rather easy, straightforward. You can see it. One click, you're done. Once you have this once you have this app downloaded, and this app and this app ain't the same thing. All right, there's kids playing in the background there, in the backyard. This app is for the older 557, so they're not compatible. This app is not compatible with this 557S. So if you're trying to connect with this, it won't work. This is only good for the old 557. Okay, so I already have the app running, so I'm just gonna on my app drawer, and there it is. All right, so I'm gonna be testing the range out, you know what I'm saying, and I'm just gonna start my vacuum pump. Just stoke. All right, here it goes. This is open. My vacuum port is open. Charge port is closed. Low side is open. High side is fully open, and the vacuum has begun. I'm going to start here. Whoa! Look at that. Yeah, let's just see how far. The Red Bull. This is mad cool, yo. I'm loving this. All right, let's just see how far I could walk and still maintain connection. Real time, guys. Yo, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, yo. If you are not subscribed, subscribe right now. I do upload contents on a weekly basis. And smash that bell icon. So right now, this is where I'm at. This is where I'm at right now. It's still looking alive. All right. It's like it's saying there's a temperature sensor in the vacuum gauge, because it's showing you that its temperature is 48, or that's probably the temperature at which water boils, right? At this much microns. That thing's dropping pretty fast. Okay, so I'm walking. Now I'm in the front of the house, and it's still working. See? It's still working. Let's see if I could go inside, right? Let's just see if I can get inside, if it still will work. Yo, still going. That's dope. Imagine I'm pulling a vacuum and I'm just chilling out in the front yard and pulling a vacuum, and my gauge is in the backyard. That's dope. Oh, the door's locked. All right, let's just walk towards my van. If this makes it to my van this far, oh, I don't know. I'm super excited right now about this. Yo, that's crazy, dude. That's crazy. Yo, look at that. Yo, that's great. Yo, let me see if I can get in front of my van and sit down. If it does that, it's a wrap, bro. It's a wrap. Oh, I think I lost connection. I was gonna say. All right, let's walk back. So as you walk back within range, automatically reconnects as I walk back. But yo, that's still dope. That's a lot of range though. I could get all the way to my van. Usually if I'm parked, if I was inside, definitely it'll be good. If I was inside, I was able to make it all the way to my van over there. And when I get into the front of the van, that's when it disconnected. Perhaps because this van is blocking the range. But it came around the house. It wasn't even in a straight line. Like I ran around the side of the house. Walked all the way around the side of the house. It transmit around through the house, you know, back over there. It's dope. All right, so I think I'm gonna wrap it up with this right here, guys. That's pretty much it. Let me see right here. There's a graph. Let me see something here. What's that? Oh, look at that. I don't even know what this is saying right now. I gotta figure this out. I gotta figure this out, dude. It's crazy. Yo, look at that. Yo, what am I at 4 minutes and what 2,100 microns. Let's go back to live. Yo, no graph. So right here, that's pretty cool. This is where water boils at 2022. Well, at this much micron or vacuum, water boils at 14 degrees. getting all that moisture out, right? Because you got to make sure that your system is dry, because you know moisture equals corrosion, and you know because inside of your compressor got metallic components. It's steel, and when you got moisture in your compressor or moisture in the system, you know moisture is air. Air has moisture. Air contains moisture, and you know that moisture is going to in turn cause rush, oxidization, like leaving a metal piece of metal or pipe or steel outside in the weather. Once it gets wet, it's going to rust and oxidize. The same thing happens in your compressor if there's air in the system, because air contains moisture or water. So you got to vacuum it down. 500 microns is usually what's acceptable. And as you vacuum, you're pulling out the air, and you're pulling out the moisture. All right, so yeah, 25 minutes into the video, you know, I think this is a win for me. I love it. Like I said, here's the rest of it. New TESTO 557S. First time I'm using it, first impressions. Like I said, this right here, you can twist it however you like. It's okay, you won't break anything. And like I said, shame on me, because I have the 557, right? So the 557s, you're able to do that. Now you can see there's a graph. This is a graph right here, showing you a graph, and you see the curve. So we started at 1500. That's where the curve starts, and it's going down. It's dropping down. All right. So yeah, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. I do upload videos on a weekly basis. Why is it looking so crooked, man? Look at that. All this to one side. That's crazy. What's going on there? Oh, you see that? The pump is level. That's just weird. That's just weird. Alright, so TESTO. First impressions. Freaking awesome.